I've been analyzing my tiller. I mentioned in another video, I don't know if I published it yet, that the tiller died. Well, I found the cause. The float is completely full of gasoline. And upon inspection, I found a wet spot down on this side of it right here. Now, I don't have a parts store nearby that would be open anytime soon, so I'm going to make an attempt to fix this. So I need to remove the gasoline from it, and I don't want to wait on it to seep out of this teeny microscopic hole. So I'm going to have to put a little nick in here so I can empty the gas, and then I'm going to sand it real good and see if I can get solder to stick to it. It looks like it's already got some solder on it, unless that's maybe brazing. But I'm going to see if I can repair this. Okay, so we have a knife. I believe this is brass, so let's take off my glasses so that I have some macro vision. And I'm going to just start seeing if I can shave down into this thing. Oh my, I think the problem's worse than originally expected. As I pressed on this, I saw little wet spots all along this thing. Oh yeah, this whole thing is basically cracked. I wonder how much of it is. Let's find out. Push here. Yeah, we're getting wetness all along this side. Let's see, is there any here? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, so if I do solder this, I'm going to have to solder from this thing clear down around. But that's okay, I can do that. I don't know how long solder would last, but I don't need it to last very long. So, let's see if we can get this gasoline out of here. Well, I'm seeing a lot more gasoline coming out now. There we go. Now we have, I don't know if we can see this, but a little hole here. Now I'm going to try and get the gasoline out of this thing. Let's go find a towel of some sort. Okay, we have a towel. Let's see if we can get this gasoline out of this poor thing. Well, it's making a nice wet spot on the towel. I don't think we can really see it though. I'm just going to hold it there. I think the towel is wicking it away. Actually, I can see it bubbling, coming out. I've decided to go ahead with the heat gun idea, because the hole is substantially sized. Yeah, there it is. So it shouldn't have any issues. Let's see here. Okay, this feels like it's warm enough. I just want to make sure that there's as little liquid in here as possible. So maybe if we heat it up a little bit anyway, that will help to get all of the gasoline out. The next step is to clean off all of this, I'm guessing it's some form of brass. Clean off all of this brass, and I'm going to do that with some, well, hopefully with some steel wool. And let's try some steel wool. Alrighty, let's see here. Ah, now that is shining it up nicely. Look at that. I don't know how good that's coming in, but oh, that's good. Let me just get on this side of the camera. That way we can see what's going on here. Boy, this is shining up everything so nice. I may be able to just solder the entire side. Alrighty, look at that. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I don't know how to get the camera to focus. I don't think it can. Okay, a little bit more scrubbing, and then we will try to solder it. Okay. Unfortunately, I do not have any soldering flux, so we're going to have to rely on the core of this flux core solder. Let's see here. Yeah. I don't know how well this is going to take. Oh wow, that just flowed right onto it. Okay, well if it's going to be that nice, let's just go ahead and flow a bunch more. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can spread some more solder in here. Wow, that is just amazing how well that is spreading. And I would have to say all this solder is probably not going to add enough weight to this poor float to make it an issue. But I'm no expert on fixing floats either, so maybe somebody out there is. Okay. I would have to say that's probably as good as I'm going to get it. I've flowed the solder all the way around, although that side's a little messy. Let me get a little bit more over there. There we go. Okay. Now, we'll let that cool off for a bit. Okay, now I believe it's time for a little test. So, I have placed some gasoline in a little tin can, and let's see if the float floats. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just sit that down in there. Well, I would say the side that is not heavy is indeed floating. But it does have this little hinge on the other side that would prevent floating from that side. So I am going to leave this in here for a few minutes and see if it continues to float. Okay, so I now have the float back in the bowl, and the bowl is back on, and I've removed the air cleaner so that we can see if any gas starts coming out. Now, I do have the gas line blocked off with a little clamp, but we're going to remove this and see if any gas starts to flow out the carburetor, but I gotta unpinch the hose first. Okay, it feels like it's sufficiently unpinched. Now, let's see what we got here. Okay, other than getting a little bit of rain coming down right now, which is unfortunate, I see no gas. I'm gonna see if this thing will start. Engine is on, choke is on. Let's leave the choke fully choked. And that is all I needed to know.